Welcome to this second video and a quick start guide to PlotSource, your virtual plotboarding software. Your basic information is on the board, but it's time to add more details and flesh out your story. Good plotting comes from decisions made by the characters, so knowing who your characters are is a great place to start. If you created characters in the character menu under Elements, their character card won't automatically appear on the timeline. Open the character menu, click on their name and add as few or as many details as you want. When you save their card, it will now appear on the character card's timeline. You can choose to hide the card again, but you can only delete a character and their card in the character menu. Character cards are a reference and not part of the plot. You can therefore choose to turn that timeline off in the layout menu, hide the cards individually, or even fade them out on the timelines by clicking on the character card timeline title. Developing your characters before you develop your plot will likely lead to a stronger story. So do try to add as much detail as you can to your character cards before you begin plotting. Plot boards are about visualizing your story, getting all your ideas out of your head and into a place where you can see them all together. Many writers and directors have developed their own way of plotboarding, so PlotSource is as flexible as possible to allow you to lay out your plot cards in the best way that suits you for visualizing your story. Please feel free to share how you use PlotSource in the comments. As your story starts to take shape, you may want to add more details. Open a plot card and select Advanced Details. Here you can add scene details, characters and beats. Characters and locations added here will appear in the Elements menu automatically. You can also auto-populate scene information if it already exists. If you're weighing up paths for your story to go down and want to create an alternate version of this plot card, you can choose Duplicate at the bottom. As you become more certain about your story, you can connect cards through selecting Setup or Payoff. This helps you keep track of your story threads. On the timeline, plot cards may appear with two colored dots. The dot in the top right is the status of the card: Draft, Key Moment, Needs Rewrite, or Final. The dot in the bottom left indicates whether a card is connected to another, blue meaning that it's defined, green meaning it's connected. You can see which card it is connected to quickly by hovering your mouse over the dot. While hovering over the plot card, you'll also see the Cycle button, which allows you to change the size of your plot card based on how you're using it. Perhaps it has a lot of information you want to read, so you want to make it bigger. Or maybe you're done with it for now and just want it out of the way, so you shrink it. The size options available to you can be chosen in the Layout menu. Just turn them on or off. When you move cards between plots, they won't automatically change color. This is a considered change you can make in the card editor or in the Quick Cards menu. As your story starts to take shape, you can add an individual's story to their character card, adding which scenes they're in and what they do in them. This is a great way to keep track of their agency and whether they're active participants in the story. You may like to line up applicable plot cards with each other vertically. You can do this by adding spaces, which are found on the right-hand side of your timeline. Have a point in plot C you know happens at the end of Act 1. You can use spaces to make sure you're visualizing it on the timeline exactly where it happens. Collapse mode not compact enough? Choose Timeline for the most compact view of your board. Want to double-check details? Choose Expand to open all your cards at once. A second click of the Expand button will revert them to their previous state. Finding details is quick and easy using the search bar in the main menu. Any detail you're looking for will highlight the applicable cards automatically. You also have quick filters to find cards you need to work on, and these can be combined with the sequence filter toggles. Need to know where the key moments are in sequence 2? Right there. You can turn on the sequence filters in the Layout menu, which also shows you which sequences are allocated to which acts. If you're looking for a certain character or location, you can also use the Elements menus and click on cards attached to them to open them directly. Building your story is quick, but keeping track of all the moving parts is now even quicker with PlotSource.